What's up, everyone? It's time once again for a weekly watch list. What this is, exact levels I'm watching for the upcoming week, and how I'm going to trade them. Let's get right into this. First up, ticker SPY. SPY. You can trade this with options, or you can trade these zones / levels with ES futures. So let's get right into this. These are real fresh zones on the hourly. They look solid. Really excited about the upcoming week, but we developed this supply / resistance here on Friday. So I'll be looking for a possible reject, yes, but ideally we break above retest for a call entry, okay, or ES longs. The current demand is down here on this 566. So this would be an area we possibly look for a bounce once we have confirmation. And I have plenty of videos on my YouTube about trading my levels, even have one specifically on how I trade SPX levels. So be sure you take advantage of all that free education on here as well. You can see we have all-time highs up here at 572.88. It's more of a zone, as you can see. I guess I could draw that out for you all real quick. Yes, we could look for a reject here. It does get a little more risky once you're trying to reject them all-time high zones. But people ask me how I trade SPY all-time highs or stocks at all-time highs. I just create my zones and trade them, right? So ideally at these all-time highs, it's like we talked about here. You could possibly reject if you get confirmation. Just know your risk. But you want to see the break above, pull back retest for the next leg up, right? For the continuation, for the trend. So hopefully that little tip helps you all out. If we do start to sell off some this week, I really like this 561 area you can see here on SPY for a possible bounce. Gonna be watching that closely. If we do get down there, I'm not sure. People ask me all the time, which way are we going today? I don't know. I just create my levels, my zones, and I trade them once they confirm. Long term, I'm always investing bullish. But as far as day trading, I just take it one day at a time. I just create my supply and demand, support and resistance, areas of confluence, and wait on confirmation. It's that simple. Now, if something happens, we get a really nice pullback this week. I do have a level way down here around this 554 area. Looks solid as well, You're thinking, how are you going to trade these levels for bounces if we make it all the way down here? A lot of times, when we confirm in these levels for bounces, we get in, catch our trade, manage our trade, focus on the execution, make a good percentage return. Not all the time, but when you catch a good setup, wait on confirmation, a lot of time you do get that trade you're looking for. If not, that's what risk management is for. But we get in the bounces, we work the trades, and we get out. Sometimes it will come back down and fail them levels after. It happens, a lot. So just because you're bouncing at a level, even you can have a nice bounce, it doesn't mean it's not going to come back and just fall right through it later that day. And people ask me like, do you take a second bounce or a second entry? I don't like to take a level twice during the same day, right? It tends to take away from the profitability. But I will re-enter the same setup if it fails the first time and it confirms the second time. You're not always going to get the perfect sniper entry. And sometimes you do have to re-enter once you get that confirmation again. I've had it happen. I'm not going to go as far as saying often, but it does happen. And sometimes I have to re-enter. These are just some questions I get often. I just wanted to address a few while we was going through this. All right, up next, ticker SPX. This is basic support and resistance areas of confluence. Again, I cannot stress it enough. If you don't understand how I trade these levels, got a very short video on it. You need to watch that, especially if you plan on, trading my levels with me. Join my Instagram lives every morning where we create our watch list together. Kind of updated for that day. You need to understand how I trade these and how I place my stops. I make these short videos for you all, so be sure you're taking advantage of them. Anyways, we broke all-time highs, right? This new all-time high on SPX, and these levels are still in play. You can see they're well respected. You don't have to strain your eyes to see them. And that's exactly what I'm looking for when creating levels. I want to see good price movement. I don't want to see chop zones where I'm taking trades. And, you should not have to strain your eyes to spot these levels. But be sure you have these charted out. These help guide my SPY trades. No SPY calls below resistance. No SPY puts above support on SPX. One simple tip will keep you from getting stopped out early. Up next, ticker QQQ. You can trade options based off these levels, or you can trade NQ futures based off these levels. Nothing crazy here on QQQ, but I do like the setups better on QQQ than I have in a minute. As you can see, we got very fresh levels, same on SPY, very clear levels, I should say, as I said on SPY earlier. I want to point something out here. We got into this, we consolidated here, right? Back between supply, demand, right? Until we broke it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing here, right? If we continue the strength of the upside. So I'm going to be looking for entries based off that. This basic rejects at supply, bounces at demand, right? As always, let's wait on confirmation. And if you do enter early, know your risk. Like I said last week, if we enter early, it should be only because we're confirming just a little bit before our levels, and typically should be lighter size. That way, if we get into our levels and add full size, we're not going to be hurting too bad, and we're not going to be adding too much risk there. So this 486.23, let's talk about that level for a minute. You can zoom out to the daily 4 hour. You'll see what I'm talking about. But above this, once we do break it, we have quite a bit of room. So a break above and retest, that's definitely something we want to be watching close. It could possibly be a big mover. So definitely going to be looking for a break above retest for a call entry there. Current demands down here, as you can see, around this 478 area for a bounce. And once we lose that, pull back up, retest this zone. This could be a short entry, put entry. But the next bounce area, and I really like this level, you can see why. Really, really respected and really good price movement once we touch this zone, right? This demand down here. So this 470, like 470.8 area for a possible bounce for calls or NQ loans. Remember, SPY, you trade ES futures, QQQ can trade NQ futures. This is how I do it. Well, that's basically it. Pretty straightforward week, clear zones, very simple trading plan going into this week. Just keep in mind, I do go live every morning on Instagram. We kind of fine tune these levels, adjust for, the movement we've had throughout the week, and we have a game plan ready. And for those that was waiting on my, my daily trading guide to drop last week, it's ready, but I'm about to drop my indicator as well. And I thought about like trying to throw it in there for free on the indicator. That way you're not paying for it, So that was my thought process for not dropping last week, but I've had a lot of people reach out, so I may have to drop it just a little bit before the trading indicator gets released, which you all are going to love. It's basically my strategy as much as I can get into one indicator for you all. So looking forward to that. I think you all will love it as well. But that's all for this week. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.